So today I wanted to talk about Labyrinth. Okay, this beautiful thing, right? So recently it did get revamped in the newest global 3.5 ANNI, which again has kicked off for JP. Keep that in mind. Yes, you'll get it soon. Don't worry, global. You'll get it in a few days. But for right now, JP has it, and with it, they did promise in the last dev notes, we want to revamp Labyrinth yet again. Every Labyrinth season has been changed from the previous one, right? So first one started. Give you a quick walk down memory lane. First one was the hardest. It was the initial launch of Labyrinth, which really dropped to be an absolute buzzkill for a lot of people for two reasons. First, it was way too difficult. Like, it felt like there was no reason to actually play it for the fact that you just dump so many hours in and like get so close and just die. And you know, Summer Merlin, all of that was a very big L that was put there. Then they fixed it. Season 2, Shield Hero. Then they got the feedback like, oh man, we had like a 99.9999% chance of people actually beating it because it was so damn easy. Kizuna literally cheated the entire thing, right? That happened. Now, Season 3, which was the previous season, which overall, it wasn't too difficult. People have different opinions on it, right? It was 50-50. You have to have RNG, got the good passives, and then you would have beaten it. If you didn't, GG's, you kind of got screwed, right? So, for the last season, how I would rank it, this is how it would go, okay? Counting this season and the previous seasons, first hardest was the first one. The first one was the hardest. There is no denying that. The second one will be probably this one. And I would say that you could swap these if you wanted to, because the final bosses on each floor are super difficult if you do not have the right passives, okay? You will literally be wanting to pull your hair out. That's how annoying some of these are. But that's there. And on the second note, what is it? It will be below that, the last season, Season 3, and then Shield Hero is the easiest. So first season, this season of the last one, so Season 3, and then before that was obviously Shield Hero, the easiest one. So that's how I would rank it. But on to what they improved and how they actually did pretty good. So once you beat the actual thing, you will get activated this shop and you'll be able to beat the bottom floors. And when you beat the bottom floors, you get this currency. When you get this currency, you can buy some pretty good stuff here. Got a UR card, we got 10 gems, we got 3 pendants, 100 of the anvils, 5 hammers, 3 super awakening tokens. You have a full awakening token, and you have a chest that can grant you some random things, which is pretty good. So this is the shop. Now, to get it, you have to beat the final floor, which, guess what? Literally, I'm going to uninstall this game for one reason. I was about to be Mael, and then I did not know. So the final boss is Mael, and he revived. And I'm so heated because I'm mad. I just am, okay? Listen. I was literally about to win, and he revived. So you can see that I was right here, and I didn't get my 30 gems, but I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go through it, but I wanted to like talk about this because a lot of people are asking me how is it, and I'll give you my initial thoughts. This is not a guide, so keep this in mind that the guide is coming when we get it globally, and I'll give you the whole passive list because after my like 20 somewhat passives that I've tried getting, I'm telling you now, there is a set of passives, and I wrote them down over here, which I'll read them to you real quick. So I'll throw you some gameplay in a second here. First, let me talk about this, and then I'll give you passives if you care for that. But here, how they've designed this one is, so the left side is no RNG. Last season was all RNG. Left side is no RNG. Basically, you go through, you can just pick up everything you want without hitting RNG. Right side, it is RNG here, right? So let's say that you were to go through. This is a level up guaranteed. This could be a revive. This could be ultimate level up, right? So the runs that I had, these were different. I don't know if it's like the same, but for my runs, they were different. So I can tell you that now. But again, they just put a few chests here. This one was so for me, this is stupid, but it was a revive. And I was so triggered because I needed a little bit of a heal or level up or something. I got a revive. So if you want to pull the RNG route, you go the right. If you want to pull the regular route, you go left. The thing is, if you first go against this boss and you beat the boss and you lost one character, you need a revive. To get the revive on the next floor, which is a little bit of a stupid thing they did, you can't go left route, you have to go right. So right will guarantee you right here a revive, left will guarantee you a heal, right? So if you mess up and you do let one character die, that means the rest of your run is going to be RNG based because you lost the character. Not their fault, that's what they're going to say. You lost the character. So you have to go down the right route, and then the right route does have this, which, again, in some sort of capacity, you're mainly going to stick to the right side over here. You only get the RNG on these 2 slots, but sometimes this might be better than picking up the character. So it's overall, it's finicky, right? But that's how they kind of designed this floor. And every floor is similar in that aspect. That is how they've changed it up for this season. And again, I'll play some gameplay here. They've also changed a few more things, okay? So I'll give you some tips here. This is not a guide. This is not the guide. The guide will come soon when I have like more in-depth things, right? But 2 things you have to know. The middle floors, the middle stages rather, every stage that is not the boss stage is so freaking easy. It is not even funny. I have never on this yet died on the regular floors or regular stages. I've died only on the boss stages because the bosses are so freaking annoying, okay? So it's similar to that of last season where the bosses were only the challenge. Everything else was pretty easy. But first boss is going to be Tarmiel. Second boss is going to be Red Sariel. Then the third boss is going to be Bel Mael, okay? All three bosses have a stupid gimmick and each one is different. Tarmiel's, he will full heal regardless of anything you do. He will heal like 50%. He'll a good amount, a few like 5 bars every time. So you have to ult or do something with high damage to kill him. That's what you gotta do there. It's very easy if you get like a passive, for example, all giants have increased attack by 100%. Then every normal attack, if you get like the basic stats and the 100% for giants or 100% for whatever race, if you get that, regardless of how trash your roster is, if they are getting that buff, they will kill. They will each do a crap ton of damage. Boom, you'll get through that one. Sariel, you're ready for this one. If you get him below 50% HP, he will full heal when he attacks you. Second, if you go in without a stance, without a HP buff, defense buff, basic stats buff, you are dead. That literally, he'll one-shot you. He will rip you apart. He will destroy you, literally. Like, you have no chance against him. Keep that in mind. To go in, you have to have HP buffs. You have to have every buff possible just to live, okay? You'll get through that stage. It'll be super easy. Try not to get him down to 50%. If you get him below that, he will full heal. So try not to. If you have a death ultimate, use that. If you have ultimate Escanor, he is the carry. I did not in my run get him, which was the worst. But if you do get him, he'll help you. In my one run, I got him, but I just didn't use him properly. But still, he will be in a shop potentially, or he'll be on the floor, right? This one has switched it up in the fact that they allow so many better characters to drop. Purgatory Meliodas is in there. Escanor is in there. Deanne is in there. Queen Deanne, right? Festival King. There are so many good characters. But the thing is, you, like, let's say Ultimate Escanor is in the box that you can pick. You can't use him if you did not buff that race, okay? Keep that in mind also. And then when it gets to, like, the final boss, what I can give you from Mael, from the 2 runs I've had with him, it's basically, I think, the best thing you can do is bring a cleanse unit. I think that's the best thing. So I had a chance to get Margaret. If I picked up Margaret instead of who I had, I could have 1,000,000,000% killed, okay? Because he'll keep putting debuffs on you, and for every debuff on you, he increases his stats, and then for every attack you deal to him, he increases his stats then again. That's the thing, right? So keep that in mind that you might want to bring a buff or the cleanse unit, which Margaret's great for that, so if you want to go and run that in, definitely that's there, but I'll do like more runs and let you know how that goes. But if you want the quick verdict of how this is, it is difficult if you do not know what you're doing. You have to get some good passives. You got to go through nicely. It'll take you some time. I'm not going to lie to you. Definitely if you understand passives and everything and you get a little bit of RNG on your side, it'll be pretty easy. But you can't make stupid mistakes. For example, accidentally like getting Sariel below 50, because then you'll just drag it out and he will do a lot of damage to you if you do not have proper HP buffs. And then Tarmiel, he's super easy in comparison after doing it a few times. But Bel Mael, again, I am yet to beat him on this account. I was in call with a bunch of people who were doing it, and with good RNG and Ultimate Escanor, yeah, last stage is super easy if you're doing it correctly. And if you also have the one Escanor, okay, and you can dupe him out where his ultimate is pretty strong, that will grant you the win pretty easily also. Thing is, you just have to be alive long enough till your ultimate gets activated, because you can't ult on that stage. He'll seal it, so that's also there. Okay, keep all those things in mind. Have fun with this when it does drop. But overall, they've made a great freaking improvement for the reason that there is an actual incentive to go through the final floors and go through that beyond point. I never do it, honestly. It's like a title you get, I think that's all you get, but that's useless, okay? You want mainly rewards, and you get rewards. You get 10 gems, you get a few other things. It's actually worthwhile to beat those later stages. And yes, I will say, they actually made new bosses and made new stages and made new attacks and stuff like that. And they're all are really cool. And the gimmick on this one mainly is like, run a team that is similar in attribute, similar in race, similar in anything, and you will destroy. So the buffs all also really kind of stack, work well. So this one was made, I think, the best. Yes, it's going to be difficult, so don't say that, oh, he's saying it's the best because it's easy. It's not easy. It's going to take you a little bit of time to get through the final stages, but I still think that I liked it. And from what I did, it took me a few runs. It took me 3 runs to beat to get to Mael. It took me 2 more runs to get to Mael. So in comparison to the first one, this is significantly better. It's just I have to go and beat it. It took me a little bit of time to get to that, but yeah. So I'll beat it, and then nobody can say that I didn't beat it. So I'll see you on Global for the guide. Okay, that will be the guide when it drops globally, you'll have it just so you're ready for it, okay? I'll have all the translations, everything set up for you, and it'll be very easy, okay? Peace out, enjoy. That's been it for me. Thank you for watching, and yeah.